if there's an opportunity, if there's something I know it's valuable, even though I feel I can do it, grab it by the hair right now, do something with it right now to push yourself forward.
I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible. The fact that something seems impossible shouldn't be a reason to not pursue it. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing.
Say it's possible. That's all I want you to do when you look at your dream. Just say to yourself every day, it's possible.
I could do it, and guess what? I did.
Stop waiting, start growing, right? So E, what you mean by that? I mean, stop waiting for growth to happen and stuff to happen for you. Like, stop waiting on it and start becoming, start doing. And once you start doing and becoming and acting like that, then everything is going to change for you.
Life is going to play out the way it's going to play out. There will be some good and some bad. Most of it is actually just up to your interpretation. You're born, you have a set of sensory experiences, and then you die. How you choose to interpret those experiences is up to you, and different people interpret them in different ways.
Life is not easy. It is not. Don't try to make it that way. Life's not fair. It never was. It isn't now, and it won't ever be. Do not fall into the trap, the entitlement trap, of feeling like you're a victim. You are not. Get over it and get on with it.
I'll tell you what I believe controls our lives more than anything else. Decisions. That's it. Everyone can have tough conditions, but it's your decisions about what you're going to focus on, what things mean, what you're going to do that shape everything.
Ever tried? Ever failed? No matter. Try again. Fail again. Fail better. The world is yours.
Why didn't you quit? You knew I was trying to get rid of you, yet you stayed.
Yeah, I stayed. I stayed because every time you threw a brick at my head or said I smelled, it hurt. But it could never hurt more than it did every day of my life just being me. I stayed because I thought if anyone could change me, could make me not me, it was you.
A change in the world that seems so clear that you are sure someone else is going to do it. But they're not. You will.
Trust me, I know where I'm at, and I've said it before. A person's character is not judged when they ride the wave of success, when everyone chants their name and you want to be their friend. No, your character is put to the test when your back is against the wall. And for me, that time is now.
No one talks about failure anymore. It's like shame. Like, failure is shame, and it's like, oh, let's just bury that and not talk about it. No one goes, oh, what do we learn from this? Whereas with success, everyone shouts about it, but there's nothing in success. Success happens from failing hundreds of times.
I miss, but I'm not gonna shy away.
Big.
I'm gonna be here. Even if I miss, I will shoot. You understand? And I scored 2 goals, a decision. And you know me, since young, I'm not shy away. Some people, they don't want to shoot penalty because they don't feel confident. It's okay. I respect that. But Cristiano never will do that. Never. Even if I miss one time, I will shoot the second time. If I lose the second time, I will shoot the third time. I'm not afraid. But always the people take the most, the worst part, not always the good part.
You get motivated by the losses, you stay motivated through the winning. What you can control is your process. You can control those intangibles. You can control the work ethic, the consistent discipline, your attitude, your culture, how much you care. All those things are in you. They just need to be drawn out of you. And really, when you're in that position that you feel like you're got those pretty well under control, then you start passing those on to the other people that you're working with.
You know what they write about? When you make it. They write about when you make it. So guess what? When you get through failing,
we failed too many times. We have so many uncertainty in our life that we have to be capable when we are down to stand up. It's part of the journey, it's part of the process, it's part of our education. In my case, I learn the most when I'm down. And it's good that these certain moments happen, because when you are in the top of the wave, you don't see under what's going on. I'm always say to my friends, it's good to have problems. It's the only way that you can improve.
I came out a fucking failure. But I learned something from each one of those fucking failures, dude. That's why I am who I am today. Label it as you wish. Call it what you want. You might see it as a success. But me, I'm still failing. I got 4 children. Every day I fail at being a better dad. There's always more that I could do.
You're not. From the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, a lot of us are at war with ourselves. And within that war, you have several battles. Those battles are basically choices. No, I'm not talking about a war that you might find in the Coliseum. I'm talking about a war that's in your brain. That war exists because life has so many choices. Within those choices, you gotta make right decisions.
Give yourself a chance to find out all the wonderful things you really can be.
Never chase the hot thing, whatever it is. That's like trying to catch the wave, and you'll never catch it. You need to position yourself and wait for the wave. And the way you do that is you pick something you're passionate about.
Believe in yourself. Don't fear failure. Dream big. Work hard. Stay positive. Enjoy the journey.
To the shows I had somebody thought of and asked me to be on the show, and I might have turned it into a hit. But I've only been, be glad about it. Every time you fail, you one step closer.
And I embrace that. Because every time I feel failure, it means that I'm doing something. And then I'm growing in a particular way. And I look at the failure and I say, how can I improve, or am I moving in the wrong direction? Signposts. So that's it, dude. Get used to it. You're young. Get used to it. No, don't just accept it, but embrace it.
A lot of times I'll be in a 200-mile run or something like that, and I'm all jacked up. Body's broken, mind's broken, spirit's broken. I started to say, what if I can pull this off? When I first walked into the Navy SEAL recruiter's office, he looked at me and said, there's only been 35 African Americans in 70 years make it through. You know what I said to myself? What if I can be the 36th? It's the what if I can pull off a fucking miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be?
My philosophy is, why be normal when you can be the best? I don't want to be normal. I want to make the difference. So everything I do, I want to make the difference. Because when I make the difference, I'm the best. And that is not arrogance, that is confidence.
Nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to make it easy for you. Nobody can live your life for you, endure your pain for you, choose your struggles for you. Nobody can experience the growth that comes from loss for you. Nobody can build your confidence through 1,000 tiny failures for you. Nobody can lie awake crying about some inconsolable loss that hurts so much it creates a bottomless pit of emptiness for you. Nobody can learn the lessons for you, rebuild the pieces for you, gain the strength for you, find the confidence for you, earn the rewards for you. Nobody can write your story for you. Nobody can tell you what it all meant. Nobody can make the impossible choices and live with the eternal consequences and suffer through indecision, doubt, and regret for you. You get to do that. You have the honor and privilege to suffer and overcome that suffering, only to suffer and overcome again and again and again. This is called being alive. It's called being human. And no, nobody else can do that for you either.
The first thing you've got to realize is that most of the fear that you have isn't a reality, it's just built up in your head. So what you need to do to overcome your fear is to go and face it, go and look at it, go on the attack, move towards it. That's what you need to do if you're afraid of something. Don't hide from it. The more you hide from it, the bigger it gets, the scarier it gets. Don't allow that to happen. Instead, confront it, face it, and get after it.
There need to be things that inspire you. There need to be things that make you glad to wake up in the morning and say, I'm looking forward to the future.
You don't see things the way they are. You see things the way you are. And what's really fascinating is, like, this is a scientific fact. This is how the algorithm knows what to feed you on social media. They feed you things you already like, already believe, already think.
Everybody wants to prize, but nobody loves the process. Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process. I love the thought of working for what I want. And I firmly believe you're never supposed to wish for it more than you're willing to work for it. Your expectations never supposed to exceed your effort. But a lot of people, they wish. and they're not willing to work. And the great thing about life has a funny way of testing all of us and seeing how bad we really want what it is that we say we want.
If you want a different life, at some point, you're gonna have to change. At some point, you're gonna have to jump off of the cliff of the unknown, and there's no way around it. But I don't know about you, I would much rather jump into the unknown to hopefully create the life of my dreams rather than just sit around and deal with a life that's mediocre.
If you know why you're doing something, when the hard times come, and they're going to come, when the disappointments and the rejections come, and they're going to come by the truckloads, your reasons will be your rod and staff to comfort you, to pick you up. Once again, I got a saying on one of my tapes: if life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. Let your reasons get you back up.
If you got a good self-image, if you have your goals set in life, if you've got the right mental attitude, nobody has to tell you, go to work. That just follows naturally. So this is what we're going to work on. And you got to have a desire to succeed. You can't just casually want the good things in life. It's got to become a passion for you. Your dream has got to be more than just an idle thought. You got to be willing to build the foundation under it, and that's for sure.
Fear is going to be a player in your life, but you get to decide how much. You can spend your whole life imagining ghosts, worrying about the pathway to the future, but all there will ever be is what's happening here, and the decisions we make in this moment, which are based in either love or fear.
The disappointment is on you. It is your fault, and you go through failure alone. But failure has made me who I am today. Failure gives you two choices. You stay down or you get up. Well, I'm up, and I am fired up because I have figured it out.
I hope I do not believe in you more than you believe in yourself. Now listen to me, guys. The transition's going to be hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. Go from being on the block, going to be a high school dropout, to getting a GED, the transition is not easy. So what happens? In order for you to go from one level to the next level, in order for any man to transit, listen to me, in order for any woman to transition, for any man to transition, the thing that they want must be greater than the thing they currently have.
You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
Dropped the weight and just tossed it off my back. Fell down. Got up again and continued the set. You gotta be willing to fail. If you can't fail, what I learned in the gym is you gotta go out there and fail. You gotta go out there and fall down. Most people who have won big have failed big.
A lot of people can give up. It's easy to give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. I'm done. I ain't gonna keep going.
Yeah,
I don't feel like going to work. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. What's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
You know, see, even you know. And what I promised myself as a little boy, I said I can never leave the gym knowing I have 5% left. That 5% is magic. That's the magic place where very few people go. You can go there. I'm giving you permission to go there. We'll have people behind you. If you fall down and drop the weight on the floor, who cares? Who cares? But if you make it, I care. I want that. I want you to fail, and I want you to get up and do it again. The same thing in life is the same thing here. If you can do this, you can do anything. Anything. Right now, you're 5% away.
I just got a 17-hour flight. And I'm sitting there thinking, take a day off. No one will know. If I keep on thinking too, there's always someone out there who's working harder than you. I'm haunted by that motherfucker. Knowing that someone out there is willing to forgo personal desires and comforts, forgo sleep, forgo whatever it takes to be better, to be the best.
It's hard when you're young to wake up in the off season at 6 a.m. to go train and work out, knowing that all your friends are sleeping in and eating pancakes. It's hard
when you're on your way to practice, weighed down with all your gear, and it's 90 degrees out and all the other kids are at the pool or at the beach, and your body is already completely exhausted from workouts in 2-a-days.
In life, a lot of times, a lot of us have that person out there. There may not be a name or a face to him, but he exists. You make sure in life when they think about that person, you make sure they put a name and face to it. You make sure the name and face is yours. You do the haunting. Get in somebody's head. Own space. In those times when you want to quit, because we're all human, you make sure you remember one thing. All those times and hours and days you sacrifice to be the best. Stay hard.
It's hard to throw, catch, block, and tackle, and hit kids when they're way bigger and way more developed than you, only to go home that night bruised and battered and strained, but knowing you have to show up again the next day for just the chance to try again. But understand this, life is hard.
Your job is to be the best of your ability. This will hurt. The mission is not about making yourself feel better. The mission is about being better and having a greater impact in the world.
Success is not measured on the days when the sun shines. Success is measured on the dark, stormy, cloudy days. And if you can't absorb failure, you're never going to meet success. There's going to be bad days, there's going to be dark days, but you got to embrace it because that pain is what makes you stronger.
What do you want? All right, so that's real simple. Write the vision. What I'm asking you to do is write the vision and make it plain, because when you know what you want, because if you don't know what you want and you're watching me, nothing else matters. But when you know what you want, why do you wake up at 3? Because I know what I want.
You want to reach your goal? How to reach the goal the quickest? Be focused with your energy. Meaning, be focused with the mind. Don't lose the goal from the mind. Whatever you do from the moment of waking up until the evening, whatever you do, keep the goal in the mind. This is the quickest way of making this goal become real.
Look, you eat however you want to eat. You do whatever you want to do, right? When you don't know what you want, when you're not clear on what you want, like you get up whenever you feel like it, you don't have no drive, you don't have no passion. And so when people ask me, where your passion come from? Where your drive come from? I know what I want.
Pick a task, sit down, and do it.
Nothing hard lasts forever. There's only 3 things that can happen. You either quit, it gets easier, or you get better. So no matter what, it always ends. You only lose when you quit before you see it all the way through.
I know of no better life purpose than to perish in attempting the great and impossible. The fact that something seems impossible shouldn't be a reason to not pursue it. That's exactly what makes it worth pursuing. Where would the courage and greatness be if success was certain and there was no risk? The only true failure is shrinking away from life's challenges.
What is the impact that you want to have on the world?
The impact I want to have in the world is having several answers for it. But the biggest one is we are all great. No matter if you think you're dumb, no matter if you think you're fat, no matter if you are fat, no matter if you've been bullied, or no matter if you just got back from Iraq or Afghanistan and you have no legs or your arms or whatever, man, we all have greatness.
If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more. And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes, and he said it'll all change for you.
You gotta find the courage. You gotta find the courage to put your Bose headphones on and silence the noise out of this world and to find it. And to find it because it's out there, but it's gonna take hard work, courage, self-discipline. It's gonna take all the non-cognitive skills. All the non-cognitive skills to be great.
Like, not everybody's gonna be able to, make it. You feel me? Cause I think it takes a little luck. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like it takes just a little, like the right time, the right place.
Timing.
But dedication for sure. Like, dedication and like when at the right time, consistency. But but people don't understand that like slow motion is better than like no motion. Like,
facts.
Like slow progress is way better than just not having nothing. And I feel like today's like right now, people aren't patient.
If we are obsessed with something and we truly pursue our passion with everything we have, regardless of anything else, if you are obsessed, work hard, put in the time, you will succeed. And that is a philosophy that I carry, my coaches carry, and to see LeBron James, who's like a mega superstar over here and a phenomenal athlete, share that belief is inspiring right back to me. It shows that we are thinking correct. You know, this is hard work. This is an obsession. Nothing can beat hard work.
Seriously, guys, this is right now what we're feeling right now. This sweat equity is the sawdust therapy, the sawdust, stage of a transformation and construction from what could be into what was. What was, it was decent, it was good, but not good enough for us. That philosophy, good enough, doesn't make tomorrow have enough. So therefore, we rip the motherfucker down. We're ripping the bicep down, the triceps down. We're going through this sweat equity, the pain of it all, into fulfillment of greatness and what we want to be. That's what this is about. But you're getting closer and closer to that forever dream that everyone dreams about, wants to be, but never is. Today, we're making those steps to ensure we're not the wannabe.
Failure. No one wants to talk about it, but we should, because the fear of it is the only thing that really stops you, because it keeps you from taking action or only taking a limited action and never breaking through. And what is it? We're all afraid to not look good enough. So we come up with stories. I have ADHD. It might be true, but that's not why you're not succeeding. Or I went through this horrible relationship. Well, I'm sure that was true, but that's not why you're not succeeding now. You're not succeeding now because you're fearful. And guess who's fearful? Everyone in some situation.
If you're going to mess around with very complicated and dangerous matters, you should really put your life together. We also know that the higher your conscientiousness, the lower your neuroticism. Conscientiousness does seem to keep neuroticism in check. And so I would say, and have said this to many people, clean your room, organize your life, get a routine, get up every day at the same time, go to bed at the same time, establish disciplined habits. That will help a lot.
How do we deal with that fear? Well, the most powerful way to just deal with it is to realize it's not going to go away, and you got to learn to dance with it. You got to learn to use the fear, not let it use you. Not pretend it's not there, because it's there. Everybody's got it, but you have to overcome your fear. And the only way to overcome that fear is simply to do it, to push yourself beyond it again and again and again.
So what do you want? Do you want to retire? Do you want to spend more time with your family? I don't know. What is it? You want a better job? You want a promotion? You got this dream that you want to pursue? You want to write a book? You want to do a CD? Like, I don't know what you want. Do you want to be an artist? Do you want to be an engineer? I don't know, but I want you to start the year off. We're not talking about, fake dreaming and just writing goals down to be doing it. I'm talking about knowing what you want, because when you know what you want, that's where the drive comes from.
Young people ask questions, they ask the wrong questions. What career pays the most money? Bad question. The question should be, what am I born to do that will fulfill me? Because in your purpose is your prosperity. Find your passion, you'll find your prosperity. And the key to life is pursuing God's purpose.
I fight against that. It's the big challenge. It's when you're not willing to do something, but you have to do it. This is the main point. This is why I say our mind, it's a box of surprises, and you have to challenge yourself to be consistent. I repeat, sometimes it's hard. It's what many people say, you like to go to the gym every day. Of course no. It's not true. Nobody likes to go to the gym every day. But you have to do it.
3 things God says. Many are the plans in your heart. My purpose will prevail. 3 things. 1, purpose to God is more important than plans. 2, purpose is more powerful than plans. And 3, purpose preceded plans. That means before you was born to even make plans, God already had a purpose for your life. And you will never be fulfilled and happy until you're doing what God gave you birth to do.
Most fucked up things that I've learned over time is that almost all truly exceptional and mentally strong people have been through hell. It's very few that put themselves through hell when life is great. Just not usually the case.
I was more miserable trying to make everyone else happy than I am now with everyone else unhappy with me. I would rather
be hated by everyone and like myself.
When you're inspired to do something, do that thing. If I'm inspired to write a blog post, I want to do it at that moment. If I'm inspired to send a tweet, I want to do it at that moment. If I'm inspired to solve a problem, I want to do it at that moment. If I'm inspired to read a book, I want to read it right then. If I'm inspired to solve a problem, I'll solve it right there. If I want to learn something, I do it at the moment of curiosity. The moment the curiosity arrives, I go learn that thing immediately. I download the book, I get on Google, I get on ChatGPT, whatever. I will figure that thing out on the spot. And that's when the learning happens. It doesn't happen because I've scheduled time, because I've set an hour aside, because when that time arrives, I might be in a different mood. I might just want to do something different. I think that spontaneity is really important. You're going to learn best when you're having fun, when you generally are enjoying the process, not when you're forced to sit there and do it.
Reminder that if you want to be exceptional, you're going to be different from everyone else. That's what makes you exceptional. You can't fit in and also be exceptional. Both have discomfort. When you fit in, you have internal conflict because you're not being 100% you. When you're exceptional, you have external conflict because everyone sees you as different. Pick one. When your friends start to say, you've changed, remember it's because they don't know how to say, you've grown.
If you're trying to do something meaningful, if you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already. So if you don't have the mindset that you are the best reporter ever, then you already failed. That will be my mindset as long as I can remember anything.
You know what I mean? Gang, everything gonna test you if it's worthwhile.
Right.
And you're gonna make decisions based on what you care about more. And without even being conscious that you're getting tested, you're gonna be getting tested. And so you're gonna have decisions to make. Should I, continue this lifestyle, whether it's shopping, clothes, whatever your lifestyle is, or do I gotta sacrifice a little bit because I really, really care about this music? And it really is important to me. So whatever I gotta do, I'm gonna do it. And that's gonna be them distinguishing decisions, you know what I'm saying? That separate the ones that end up getting it from the ones that don't.
That I am the best ever at what I do. And every day that I step on the basketball floor, I will strive to be that. But my mindset will always be as such as I am the best to do what I do. And that'll give me a shot at being the best. But before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great at something.
I be telling my people, like young niggas that ask me for advice and whatnot, I had to take 2 steps back to take 10 forward. But them 2 back hurt. That's painful. That moment right there is gonna be a defining moment. You know what I mean? Where you used to getting treated a certain way, you used to getting received a certain way, and then you step back because of your sacrifice.
Single self-made multi-millionaire that literally didn't work hard. If you're like, I don't want to work hard, I get like the Tim Ferriss to 4-hour work week, I get that. I don't know very many people, $300 million business, I get it. Maybe there's a way, where you don't have to work hard. I will tell you, 95% of the world doesn't get to where they want to go because their work ethic is pure dog.
We can show up as victims or we can show up as leaders. Leadership is much less a title and much more an approach to going through life.
And you've called life a battle for territory.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
That the things that you get in life, Frederick Douglass said, we might not get everything that we fight for, but everything we get, it will be a fight. And I love the quote that life is a fight for territory. And once you stop fighting for what you want, what you don't want will automatically take over.
You know what you should do, and you know what you shouldn't do to be more successful. Healthy, happy, and wealthy. The problem is, you aren't doing it. What's the gap then? Self-control, self-management, emotional maturity. When you order the nachos, even though you're on a diet. When you say yes to the extra drink, even though you know you shouldn't. When you respond in sarcasm, anger, or defensiveness instead of compassion and patience.
The lonely chapter. It's the chapter where you don't fit in with your own friends, but you don't have the outcomes yet to fit into a new group of friends. And you're doing this thing, you're consuming content on the internet, you're doing these free tutorials online to try and figure out how to set up a podcast and where do I host this thing? And then you're going through this and you're like, is this even worth it? Because you have no signs of success. But if there's anything that you can take away from what we're saying right now is that the sign of success is the hate that you get along the way. And what you can't do is bend the knee to their hate and fit back into the conformity because it's comfortable and it's warm. Because like in the Matrix, when Trinity opens the door, when Neo's about to go take the red pill and he wants to get out of the car, she says,
you know that road?
and you know exactly where it leads.
When you excuse yourself from going to the gym because you got too busy. When you excuse making those prospecting calls because you got too busy. When you allowed minor distractions to pull you off your important priorities. All these instances are a result of emotional immaturity. When temptation arose, you buckled, you submitted, you failed. It was the lack of maturity in doing what you know you should, but still don't.
What we do in life echoes in eternity.
When I start with a professional, let's say with 16, 17, 18, I'm always have an ethic to be the best, to train hard, to listen to all the players, experienced players. And of course, my dreaming coming true. I was professional. I played in the best clubs in the world. I won the most important trophies. So I'm glad to be in this position. But of course, this is not coming from the sky. I dedicate myself and I'm working hard. And this is why the goals and all the achievements that I get coming from dedication and hard work.
Goals are the antidote to laziness. They give you direction, purpose, something to strive for. Your goals need to scare you a little bit. If your goals don't make you a bit uncomfortable, they are not big enough. Comfort is the enemy of growth. When you are comfortable, you are not pushing yourself. You are not expanding your limits. You are just existing, and existing is not enough. You were born to thrive, to achieve, to leave your mark on this world.
Every single person is designed from infancy with special talents and abilities that if you develop them to their height can enable you to accomplish anything you want in life. Everyone is genetically structured to be able to do something superbly, to do something they enjoy, to do it well, and to get great satisfaction from it. What are you good at? What are you good at today? What should you be good at? What could you be good at? What will you be good at?
I want you to set some audacious goals. Goals that make your palms sweat when you think about them. Goals that make you think, can I really do that? And then I want you to work towards those goals with everything you have got. But here's the important part. Don't just set the goal and forget about it. Break it down into smaller, actionable steps. What can you do today, right now, to move closer to that goal? Remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
Pain is temporary. It may last for a minute, or an hour, or a day, or even a year. But eventually, it will subside, and something else will take its place. If I quit, however, it will last forever.
Don't stop the journey is what they're saying. Don't forget where you came from. Remember that person that was hungry, that wanted more. Remember that person now, because there's more to get. Don't let society's caution tape stop you from your pursuit of where you can be. Don't be a wannabe. Wanna be more. Wanna put the work in. Everybody in life, guys, wants to be something. No one wants to just be a wannabe. Everyone wants to be the lawyer, wants to be the doctor, wants to be the inspiration, wants to be someone of principle. No one wants to be forgotten.
I mean, you can't, it's a gift and a curse. You can't want the bells and whistles and not understand the sacrifices that come with it. You know, some things are going to be a little tougher, right? Like now I'm at a point where I can give my family more time. I can be more available, but the work that goes into building things, sometimes you gotta be hands-on until you don't have to be. And the grind that goes with that is one that's necessary.
You gotta work smarter, not harder. It doesn't make any sense for you to be exerting all this energy into something that is taking a lot of time from you, taking a lot of energy from you, not good for your mental health. You gotta be efficient, work smarter. That's how you get ahead of your peers. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you need work ethic, a lot of work ethic. But you gotta be smart about it. You have person A, person B. Y'all both work equally as hard.
And I'm not the type that would go to the coach, why am I not playing? You should play me. Because remember, I come from hard work. You get what you work for. So for me, working hard, I would get. And not, I need to play, I want to play. Because it's not how I get my proof of playing. Because I prefer you hate me, but I play, then I know why I play, because I'm good. Second game, bench.
You are your own hero.
You are your own leader. You are your own master. And that is a big one because we idolize so many people and we want to be them. We want to be someone else. And in doing that, you lose all the potential of who you are. You mimic, you be them, you are them, you become them, and you lose you.
Before a big movie comes out, before back in the days when I was wrestling with WWE, a WrestleMania match, anything big that would happen, I would always take a moment and I'd just remind myself, all right, I was evicted when I was 14. We were kicked off the island. We couldn't live in Hawaii. Had no place to live. A lot of shit happened then when I moved to Nashville. I was arrested multiple times by the time I was 16 years old. I would remember that, and it allows me then to be present in the moment and understand, holy the stuff I have around me right now. This is the shit that I dreamed of when I was a kid. I am here.
The challenge of life, my friends, is to become better human beings. The human philosophy of becoming better never diminishes. It is an upward spiral of perpetual personal development. And that development process starts with adopting a never quit mindset. You cannot make it as a human being alone. To become better, you need to be constantly fed by the experience, the learning, and the knowledge of others who have succeeded before you. That's why you are here today, to drink deeply from the well of wisdom about the power of perseverance.
Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that and that ain't you. You're better than that.
My big thing is that people's fears are predicated on other people. You're allowing other people's opinions to dictate your life. Letting somebody else dictate your life is immediate unhappiness. You're not in control. There is nothing more difficult than navigating your life based on somebody else's opinion.
Life is difficult. Adversity is guaranteed. As you go after your dreams and reach for the stars, you will face obstacles, setbacks, and failures along the way. That's just the nature of the human journey. As has been said, if you don't want to face difficulties, then don't do anything worthwhile in life.
If I was broke today, if I had nothing, what would I do?
Yeah, what's the step-by-step process?
There are 4 things that we need to do and do very well in order to manifest a miracle.
What is that?
In order to manifest the miracle of abundance, wealth, love, whatever it is you're looking for. What are the 4 quadrants? Spiritual work, which I'll define. There's physical work, certainty, and prayer.
Negative people latch on to positive people and try to seclude them from the world because that's their energy. In work, I see it every day. In life, I see it every day. It's just what it is.
And the reason why people are working so hard but not seeing the miracle is they might only be focused on one of those 4 quadrants and investing all their energy in that one, but ignoring the other 3, or maybe just 3 out of the 4. It's when you hit all 4 that the gates open.
If there's an opportunity, if there's something I know it's valuable, even though I feel I can do it, grab it by the hair right now, do something with it right now to push yourself forward.
I hate how many people judge other people without having all the context. Every time you fucking judge, you make yourself vulnerable. 99.9% of people that you judge or have opinions on, you have no idea what the fuck is actually happening in their lives. Like, you don't fucking know what's going on in somebody's fucking home. Everybody sucks at something, right? Like, we all have shortcomings. And for me, it's like, why don't we just audit that? Like, why don't we just look at it that way and be like, all right, well, I'm good at this, but I'm not good at that. Like, everybody's so absolute.
I'm just adding things to my game from high school, college until now. I really haven't been lifting weights. That hasn't been a big thing to me, but this summer, that's what I'm gonna try working on. I think it should improve my game a lot. I think I'll be strong enough. That's one thing I need to work on. The key skills that I'm developing this summer is working on my post-up game, my isolation game, and just finishing better.
At one time or another, believe that you can be great at that. And then you work to get great at that, and you reach that greatness. But you don't mistakenly become great. And then you start to believe, oh man, I'm great at that. No, you believed that before, and you work to get that. So I always believe that, and I'll work every day.
I know some people probably look at me crazy, like, yeah, all right, like, okay. But to me, anything is possible. You gotta sacrifice a lot of things and dedicate yourself to whatever you're doing. If you're not playing basketball, dedicate yourself to whatever your goals are, reading or making a band, or whatever your goal is. You have to dedicate yourself to it, and there's gonna be a lot of sacrifices. But if you love what you want to do, that shouldn't be a problem.
So another year has come and gone, and a lot of us are in the same fucking place we were last year. What the fuck are you waiting on? We sleep 1/3 of our fucking lives, and we think we can take fucking days off. We think we have the right to sit back and give ourselves fucking options on which way we're gonna go in life. Am I gonna run today? Am I gonna work out today? Well, it's Christmas.
Might have this mindset of ambition, of being and doing more in life, of making more money and being that one to break the generational financial curse in your family, yet you put yourself around people who are of the take it easy mindset.
It's New Year's. It's my birthday. Do you think time gives a fuck that it's Christmas, that it's New Year's, that it's your birthday? You give yourself too many fucking options. Let me tell you one thing. Time is running out. You keep on sitting around wondering what the fuck you want to do. You're just gonna run out of time. So make sure you do one thing. Stop following the fucking crowd. They may take time off, but you can't afford to.
It's going to get a lot of ratings or not. What I care about is the time that I'm pouring into my family. And so if you're looking for balance in life, you're never going to find it. But if you decide to work hard wherever your feet happen to be, then if I'm in the podcast, I'm working hard. If I go upstairs and deal with the leadership team, I'm working hard. When I go home, I'm working hard on that relationship, like hard loving my family. And that's what you want to do, man. And if you can teach yourself to not be allergic to hard work, you immediately differentiate yourself and stand out over the crowd.
The one piece I was missing was me having the courage to face myself. And once you do that on a daily basis, it's not about the running. Most of us, we live in a box, and we don't want to go outside that box at all, ever. Outside that box is all these possibilities of life. What we do is we shackle our mind. We are a prisoner in our own mind, and this is all I can do.
A lot of people stay pissed off because they ain't a millionaire. But I got news for you. If you pissed off where you are right now, you'll never be a millionaire. You want me to tell you why? Because there is a principle of success that God requires our gratitude. The more you're grateful for, the more God will give you to be grateful for. Instead of complaining about what's going on, man, I got to go to work today. Man, I got these kids. See, you asked for all this though.
We must not stop. We must not surrender. We must not quit. We must not give in.
Find the balance mindset, the crop duster mindset. These motherfuckers who will watch television all weekend long rooting for their quote unquote team. It's like, motherfucker, you don't own that baseball team, that basketball team, the football team, yet you know all their stats, but you won't get your fat ass up and make a social media video where you can add value and then give people a call to action to slide into your DMs to be able to serve them in some capacity where you will have a greater sense of fulfillment, because that is what consciousness wants from you.
Remember when you wanted a job? Remember when you wanted a baby? You know what I learned? You can't cry about what's on your plate when your whole goal was to eat. It's the number one reason I have what I have, and that's the number one reason why I'm going to get more, because I just stay grateful for what I have.
The best way to contend with problems, with issues, with adversity is action, is by taking action. The more you sit and the more you wait and the more time you spend with that adversity, with the upper hand inside your head, the worse it's going to get.
Until you succeed at achieving a goal that is important to you, and you complete it like a degree in school, or you wrap up a sale, or you make a career successful, plug into your subconscious mind a success pattern. And then the subconscious mind, running on the basis of inertia, attempts to adjust your words, actions, and feelings to duplicate that success pattern. And that's why they say nothing succeeds like success. That once you've been successful, you have a pattern set down which will enable you to apply that pattern to another part of your work to be successful in that. Because you will have within you a self-adjusting mechanism that will guarantee your success. Dorothea Brand wrote in 1935 in her wonderful book, Wake Up and Live. She said, the key to success is this: go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Act as though it were impossible to fail.
You know, something doesn't go the way you wanted it to go. You didn't get the job you wanted. You didn't get the hire. You didn't get the promotion. You can go home and sit there and dwell on it. That's not getting you any progress. Or you say, okay, you know what? Let me do a quick analysis. Why didn't I get that promotion? Oh, it's because I didn't get this qualification, or I hadn't jumped through this gate. Okay, cool. What do I need to, let me look into how do I get to jump through that gate so next time I will get the promotion, and you start taking action. So action for me is a cure for a lot of problems that we have in life.
Real power walks in silence. Real empires are built when no one's watching. You don't need to broadcast your every plan. And you don't need approval from people who can't see your vision. Most people you're trying to impress right now aren't even qualified to judge your greatness. Every unseen day, every lonely grind session, every quiet sacrifice is laying the bricks to your legacy. And when you're done, they won't wonder how you did it. They'll wonder how they missed it. Work, build, elevate. Let your success break silence when it's time.
When people are really stuck, when they're helpless, they develop 3 beliefs. They think first, the problem is permanent. If you think a problem is permanent, it's over. Second, they think the problem is personal. Like there's something wrong with me. That's why this problem is here. And if there's something wrong with you, what the hell are you going to do? You're you. And thirdly, it's pervasive. Meaning because my financial world is upside down, my whole life is upside down, and that's not true. You're allowing yourself to do that in your mind, but it's not true. You have a lot of other aspects of life. So it's pervasive. When you start thinking the problem is permanent, personal, and pervasive, you will be completely stuck. You will feel helpless.
And so they walk around with regret, they walk around with bitterness, they walk around with all these different things when things don't turn out the way that they wanted to because they didn't give everything they had to it. And it's like, bro, the price of discipline, pain, and regret. Like, just be disciplined and go at it.
Yeah.
If it doesn't turn out, the reward is you got peace.
Yeah.
That you gave everything you had to it, right? It's not about the outcome.
To get anything of value, you have to sacrifice. Do you know that the harder thing to do and the right thing to do are usually the same thing? Nothing that has meaning is easy. Easy doesn't enter into grown-up life.
What would you do if you weren't afraid? And I love thinking about that when I'm thinking about big life decisions. Like, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And it's usually like the big one, the bigger thing that I really want to do, but I'm afraid to do it. It's like, that's what I should do.
If other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, then even if you're doing the same thing, you know that in 1 year you will achieve what they achieve. You will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year to achieve.
It's 1 a.m. I'm going for my 3rd workout. Do I want to go to the gym? Absolutely not. I'd rather, lay in my house and sit in the movie theater and watch movies. But, to be the best, you got to work overtime. To be the best, you got to work overtime. Let's go ahead and get this workout in. Lights out, party's over.
Kill the boy, Jon Snow. Winter is almost upon us. Kill the boy. And let the man be born.
Please do not offend me. I don't need to prove nothing. Even if I don't score the goals today, and I have a lot of respect for Vela. He's a good player, but you did one mistake. You compare him with me. That was your biggest mistake.
Because sometimes we don't understand, like, what is this thing? What is my purpose? Why am I here? Why do I have to go through this pain? Why do I have to go through this fear all the time? Why can't it just be peaceful all the time? Then it wouldn't be life. It wouldn't be life. We have to take life at its term, life on life terms, not life on our terms. We have to live life on life terms, not on our terms.
You can work on micro habits with regards to your conscientiousness, and I think the best micro habits, this is partly to do with this future authoring program processes, I think the best thing you can do with regards to your conscientiousness is to set up some aims for yourself, goals that you actually value. And the Future Authoring Program helps people do that. And basically, it does a situational analysis it helps you do a situational analysis of your life more than a psychological analysis, I would say. And so the questions are something like, well, all right, you're going to have to put some effort into your life.
Look, winning, 90% of the time, you're going to feel like you're getting your balls kicked in. 8% of the time, you're going to be confused and you're frustrated. 2% of the time, you actually win. And those moments come and go, and then you're back in the 90%. And that's the reality of a winner's life. People don't understand that. They think it's all about cruising around in a cool car, having a free and happy and easy and go-lucky life. And that's not reality, because true winners are built for the fucking fight. They're built for the battle. They don't find peace and joy and happiness in the win. They find what they're looking for in the fight.
A person's strengths are often their biggest weaknesses. And so that also means that their weaknesses can be their strengths. So, me, I am weak. In all those ways that I listed, I am weak, but I don't accept that. I don't accept that I am what I am and that is what I'm doomed to be. No, I don't accept that. I'm fighting.